So, do you remember office hours when you were in college? The professor or the TA had a time set aside during the week, maybe a couple of days where you could pop in for some extra help. I know I personally did not take advantage of that. And I have a son that was a TA when he was in grad school, and his attendance was really poor to start off with, but then a few people started trickling in, and then attendance exploded because everybody realized how beneficial it was that they were coming with things that they were struggling with and they were getting answers. And especially the sessions right before a major test, the attendance was really great because the benefits of kind of reviewing their work and having an opportunity to ask questions that was in a more personal setting. I know when I was a remote teacher, I taught remote fourth grade last year, and a lot of teachers had I heard about office hours again. A lot of teachers were offering office hours. I wasn't sure. I didn't start off with it, but I had this wonky 20 minutes. I kind of wondered what to do with it, and I thought, well, let's try office hours. And at first, kids didn't come. I just said, I've got office hours if you want to talk to me about anything, and that's the way I approached it. And attendance was, kind of crappy. Um, but then I started saying things like during the day, you know what, that is a great question. Do you want to, let's get together during office hours and talk about that? Or, thumbs up, thumbs sideways if you're catching on to what we're doing. I'm noticing a lot of thumbs sideways. You guys, you folks, why don't you come during office hours today and we'll practice this a little bit more and we'll maybe take another approach and give a try at learning it. And you can ask me some questions and we can see where your confusion is. And then when the students were choosing to be there and it was about something that they thought was important, all of a sudden my office hours started exploding. And I realized that this was a real opportunity for them to have some voice and choice. They were taking charge of their learning. They wanted to be there. That's why they were there. And because of all of those things rolled up into it, I suddenly had this small group instruction time, and it was just amplifying those benefits of that small group instruction with that choice, with that voice, and with that excitement for being there. So how does that work? You know it's coming. I'm going to say, why don't you have office hours? But how does that work? I know that your day is packed, and taking that, you don't have that extra 20 minutes where that wonky 20 minutes where I think I'll have office hours then. But I'm going to tell you how I think it could happen. And that is to take up some of your small group time, because basically that's what this is, right? And it can be something that you do every day. Maybe you choose to, but it might be something that's kind of like a special day that makes it even more special. And that you do it. It's like you're having small group in disguise, and they are choosing to be there. So when you're doing your rotations for small group, you have a rotation that is for office hours, and students can come into office hours. Um, it's something that if you want students to get there, take my learning experience, build it up, amplify it, make it a big deal, build some momentum for it, say those things during class, that this would be a good thing to talk to during office hours, and hang up a sign that, think about Charlie Brown, the doctor is in, that the teacher is in office hours, do not disturb, something, and then it makes it this really special time that they're interested in being there and they want to be a part of. You might even create an office hours request form, something cute where it can be a checkbox or some, put other or a fill in the blank. What are some things that they need help with? They can, turn these in by a certain date and a certain time. When they have to be in, if they want to be part of office hours, you can give your office hours some cute name like Monday's math meetup, and that's going to be your first group during small group instruction during math. I will give you some tips about some things that I learned along the way having office hours. Be consistent, same day, same time, same everything. It's part of your schedule. They can count on it. If you make it something that you try and fit in and make it an optional thing into your schedule, and you have that feeling of it, the kids are not going to be taking it seriously. They might be looking forward to that time, and you're pulling it away from them. So don't. So make it part of your schedule. On Mondays, you're going to have that Monday math meetup, and that's going to be your first rotation. Set up norms, and that's something that you can do whole class, or you can do it with the first couple of groups that you have in there, and collaboratively do it, and build on it, and review and add items as they come up. we hadn't talked about that before. You know what? I think this should be part of our norms. How should we handle something like that? And so add to it, make it a living document, something that is hanging during your meeting time, and make it relevant. The kids are there for a reason. They're asking for help. Make this something that they want to be part of because they know they're going to walk away, and they're going to feel more confident when they walk away. And also get feedback from your kids. Ask them after you've done it for maybe a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. What are some things you like about office hours? What are some things you would change? Maybe you're just doing it in math and they'd like to have it in reading as well, or maybe in writing as well, or maybe they'd like to have it more days a week. Let them be part, let them have that voice beyond and be part of planning about what this is going to look like, especially in the future. So your students, they just really need you. And this is a great way for you to show them in this way that you care about them and you care about those needs that they have. And it's really this way that makes them feel built up instead of it being like some sort of a negative that they have to come to a small group for maybe some remediation or some extra help. Shaking up a routine is always adds interest and always adds excitement. So maybe this is an idea that you'll want to try. And just for those reasons, or try something that you've been thinking about, or maybe you got some idea while I'm having this conversation with you. Try that. Have some fun. Try something new. A good shakeup makes more engaged students, and that is just a really good starting point for all of this to lead to. Have a great weekend and happy Friday.